Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new series, Boss Babes. For those of you guys just now joining us, I am your host, Doreen, and Hanging with the Heakes is a lifestyle brand that focuses on all things food, travel, and pretty much wonderful that's going on in Dallas. So today we have with us Iris Candelaria of Candelaria's Bakery. She is an artist, mother, superwoman, all things exceptional. She brought me a chocolate cake, so I'm so excited. And let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So Iris, how are you?
I am good. I'm writing all of these events on my paper, and I should have been doing this yesterday, but hello.
No worries. You're perfectly fine.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So one thing that I absolutely love about you is you are a huge I can barely talk today. You're a huge supporter of community events and community initiatives, and you love to give back using some of your talents and things that you're passionate about. So let's talk a little bit about that and how that kind of ties into your main job. So from my understanding, Candelaria's Bakery is a family-owned business. Is that correct?
Yes, I was forced into it.
Were you?
But I ended up loving it.
It's not that bad.
I was like, thanks for forcing me and pushing me, Mom.
Right?
Yeah.
So how did Candelaria's Bakery come to be? What's a little bit about the history behind it?
Well, my mom she was a stay-at-home mom, and it was me, my brother, my sister. And we had a little brother who passed away, but she was making birthday cakes for us. And, you know, Mexicans have big parties. And there's no such thing as a small get-together.
Right.
So it's like 30 people for like a small little event. So she would just make, you know, play in the kitchen and try out different recipes and ended up coming up with her own. And when people would come and eat the cake, they're like, hey, make one for my baby. And, you know, so it just became like word of mouth, and it turned into something huge. And so she started when I was about 5 years old. And then at about, I think I was like 10 or 12, she started taking it seriously. Yeah. So we started using our neighbors' ovens.
Right.
We're like, don't tell the landlord. Let me use your oven. Right. It's all bills paid.
You know, like,
so they eventually moved to Garland and started doing it out of their garage. And then, you know, we just kept growing. So they got their own little spot in Lake Highlands.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So, you know, we kind of just grew with it. My kids grew with it. You know, all of our nephews and, you know, my parents' grandkids we're all there in each other's lives and always messing with each other.
It truly is a family business.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, we get on each other's nerves every day.
I was just about to say, like,
like, seriously?
Because I know, like,
let me work with a stranger instead.
I love my family and I love my cousins, but we are hilariously petty with each other. So it would, you know what I mean? It's like, well, that's why in the second grade, you know, like, it's that type of relationship.
I still look forward to Saturdays because my cousins are twins. Doublemint twins. And we're always like, you know, bashing each other and talking smack to one another. And
right.
Like, oh, really?
And it's all done in love.
Oh, yeah. But it's, you know, I look forward to Saturdays because it's crazy.
It. And what type of events does the bakery provide different goods for?
We do weddings, special occasions. We don't do small, like, little, you know, like bite size or slices or cookies or anything. We don't have time for that. Like, I wish we could, but I'm like,
there's too much going on, too many orders. I hear
like,
you.
it would literally take me enough time to cut this cake and make a whole new one.
Right.
You know, and then hopefully, like, please somebody buy a slice of cake. But no, you're going to take the whole thing or nothing.
And we just showed 2 of the cakes that you've done previously. That's up now. There we go.
Yes.
And those are absolutely beautiful.
I've made the Frida one every single year since that little girl has been born.
Oh.
Yes. And so her mom is like, I think I made her baby shower cake too. Yeah.
That
so
wonderful.
Yeah, we know her mom through Folklorico Ballet. So it just, you know, our friendships grow.
Yeah.
And then they start having, or they get engaged and get married and start having kids.
Girl, that's how it was for us. I was like, look, I'm about to use you for everything. Said wedding,
don't cheat
shower.
on me and go anywhere else.
Right. I never will. I never will. And in the past, I believe you've done some smash cakes too for birthdays. You typically work with.
Yes, I do smash cakes for Jessica Quesada. She has, her pictures are so good.
Awesome. And I think we have a few of those pictures here.
And then Sherry Muldoon, which is somebody that I met through Art Love Magic. I do her smash cake sessions too.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's really cool just like watching them grow. And, you know, the parents were like, oh, where'd you get this cake? Yeah, there you go. Right, that's her. That's Jessica Quesada. I love. Oh, why did I say Quesada? Saucedo. Sorry. There's so many people. Sorry, Jessica, you're amazing.
No worries. We love your work. It looks beautiful. And so you guys know if you need a smash cake for an upcoming baby's birthday, definitely reach out to Iris and Jessica. They have amazing work. Oh my God, those kids are so cute.
Yeah,
I would just
I
be
love
like,
them.
oh,
I know.
Like, how do you not just pick up the baby right then?
I wish I was there. I'm never at the photo sessions, but she sends me the pictures once she's done, and I'm like, baby,
right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not get baby?
And I
fever
love
after
like, you know, seeing them destroy it because I'm so weird about like taking my time on everything. And then I'm like, oh, okay, you're a baby. I'll let it slide.
Right?
You don't know no better right now, baby.
They're just the cutest. Absolutely
Yeah.
adorable. And where's the bakery located for those that want to stop
We are
by?
in Mesquite. We're on Gus Thomason Road. We're close to like 635 and 30.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Don't just show up, like call me so I can be ready for you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let her know.
Yeah.
Slide into the
Well,
DMs.
Facebook.
At least give her 15
Yeah,
minute
slide
warning.
into my DMs because, you know, I'll hook it up with sweets.
And do you ever offer any cake decorating classes for kids?
I want to. I just don't have the time right now.
Okay, so possibly in the future.
Yeah,
that
I
might be
mean, when
coming
we've
up.
done workshops, like I've done cookie decorating.
Okay.
When it comes to like little workshops we do, like yesterday we did the Latino Cultural Center. My mic is like cutting out and then back on. And
Oh,
then
is it?
back on.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. I don't know.
Hope you can hear us.
So we did like decorating marshmallows with edible markers. Decorating marshmallows, yeah. And
That's
so
so
the parents
cute.
were like, "Oh, can we eat these?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Why would I
Yeah.
let you draw with a regular marker on a marshmallow and feed it to your child? Of course you can eat it."
I'm a parent too, you know.
Yeah, no, like I'm not a monster.
It's switching gears a bit. I know, like we were talking about, your passion for cake decor kind of stems from your love of art. And when I first met you, you were the executive director of Art Love Magic. Occasionally, you do still exhibit your work and do some live showcasing. I think we actually have a quick video of one of your
Oh Lord, what you got?
time lapses.
Oh yeah, I did that last week. That was my first time playing on an iPad, by the way.
Really?
Yes, I was like, oh my God, this is my dream.
It looks so good.
So now my fiance has to buy me an iPad.
Christmas hint. Christmas
No,
hint.
before Christmas.
Oh,
it's going to
Thanksgiving
happen.
hint. Thanksgiving hint.
You want Thanksgiving dinner?
You got 20
Well,
days.
guess what? I need an iPad, okay?
I love it. It looks so good.
You want to sleep on this comfy bed? I need an iPad. He's probably not even watching, even though I was like, you better log on.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Better
He's
see
probably
me.
dropping into the comments right about now. I'm
I'm like, where are you at?
That's your hint.
But that's actually Jody Pham's iPad. She got it too, and she was playing with it. She's like, Iris, you have to play with this. And I was like, oh my God, I'm hooked. It's like, I don't know. Have you tried doing that?
I haven't, but I need to.
Oh,
So do you
it's
think
so relaxing.
with technology these days, do you think it's easier for kids to develop a passion for art and graphic design and things of that nature?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, you can even see right now on there that I kept messing with her eyebrows and kept messing with her nose. It's so much easier on this because, you know, you get that instant erase and start all over again. Versus if
Right.
you're with the painting, you're like, oh my God, I have to redo the whole
What
thing.
am I gonna do?
Yeah. And it takes forever. But I also really, really love like putting your own like hand to the canvas
Right.
and having the paint. Like there's no other feeling. Like that's really cool. That's fun. But I wouldn't do this.
It's kind of like reading
forever.
a book. It's all nice and everything to
Yeah.
read on an iPad, but at the end of the day, there's nothing like having a
Exactly.
nice
Because
book
your
in
iPad,
hand.
the battery's going to die if you're out on the lake.
Right?
Your book will never fill you. Okay? Your book will be there.
Life lessons with Iris. And how does your love of art inspire you and connect with your other passion, community service?
Well, for me personally, it has helped not only myself, but my children. So I've seen the dramatic impact that art has had with watching my children grow and letting them, you know, kind of feel confident about themselves.
Right.
That they're able to, if they're scared, like I'm the pusher. You know, I've been pushed my whole life, so now I've become the pusher. And kind of just show them that it's okay to take chances and to get
Right.
out there and do it. And if it's, you know, if you don't like it, it's not meant for you, then don't do it. But at least you can say I tried it.
I love it.
And so that's where they've, you know, like my daughters are similar, but very different with talent. So Valerie's a dancer. She's not really like a public speaker, but she teaches kids and she loves it. And then Caitlin is like theater, music.
Right. On the stage.
Yeah. And Valerie's a good artist. Caitlin, you know, she's more of an entertainer. She's a singer, performer, and Valerie can't hold a tune. So it's like they balance each other out talent-wise.
Right.
Yeah, but they also help each other.
But what I love too is that as a parent with girls that are similar in age, I feel like you're very good about not comparing the two, but celebrating their differences and inspiring them to be their own person.
Oh, it was hard. Oh my God. They're older now, which is better.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, parenting. Oh. And like now, you know, my friends I had my daughter really young. I was 18 when I had her. And so we kind of have grown together because, you know, you're a young parent. Right. You're also learning. But, you know, our relationship now is really good. I love her to death. And she's also, you know, very motherly towards her younger sister, too. And she's like, well, I know mom's going to say no, right. But just watch, you know, and it's true. She's like, oh, what did you do that, Mom? Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm telling mom.
I love it.
Yeah. But it's, you know, I always use them as an example because Valerie was very, very shy. And she still hadn't like found her voice and her passion until I got involved in the arts community, which I didn't even realize existed because I just was so busy working on my own stuff, like right. at the bakery, that I'd never ventured out of my zone, of my comfort zone.
And that's the hard part, I think, with Dallas. And we kind of talked about this earlier. Dallas has a lot of hidden gems. And unless you are in certain networks or in certain scenes, you don't really get a chance to experience all of what Dallas has to offer. And the art community, to me at least, growing up was so hidden in the sense of I just didn't know it was around until I got older. And maybe part of that was age, just not knowing I could go to certain places.
Or your parents too, you know. Yeah. I always tell my mom, why didn't you ever do this for me? She's like, what are you talking about? Like, we all work, you know, and I get it. So,
and me and my siblings, I mean, me and my sister, we were all in sports. So it was like, I don't know that my mom ever thought to like, oh, well, okay, why don't y'all take this art class? We were like, sorry, you got to go. Soccer's at 2, basketball's at 5. What do you mean? You know what I mean? So like, we also, I think, didn't give her that opportunity. But as I got older, I started to get this appreciation just for the history of art and things of that nature, and just understanding how really art has kind of shaped Dallas's culture and community.
Sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine.
I'm trying to share that.
Don't worry. And what type of events are upcoming that you're hosting for the community? Because I know you have a couple.
Yeah. So primarily I was an artist in Dallas, and then I started to get involved with Art Love Magic. That was about, I want to say like 5 or 6, well, like 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they were kind of the ones who showed me that I had so much potential that I didn't realize I had. And so Mario Coley is actually the guy, my pusher is Mario. Hey, Mario.
Thanks, Mario.
Thanks, Mario. So he was like, you'd be good at production. And I'm like, no, you're crazy. He's like, no, really, like, I see it. Like, I'm going to teach you how to do this. And so we were doing art shows at Buzz Brews outside the first Friday of every month. Oh my God, I can't believe we did that every single month. But we had like, you know, between 10 and 15 artists. Everybody was performing live. We have musicians. Mm-hmm. And when I started planning, he was like, I told him, I was like, this feels like I'm planning a birthday party at my mom's house. I was like, I got it. So it came easy to me. It wasn't like a big task. And then at work, I work under pressure every day. Right. Because they're like, they're here for this. This one's late. You know, this one's not made right. And you got to, oh my God, it's like chaos every day.
Sorry.
So to me, it just felt like, oh, it's like work. But then I became the lead producer for the Art and Coffees, and I could see myself in other artists who were scared and didn't know what they were doing, because I came into the art scene not knowing anything at all. So my life is all trial and error.
Right.
They're like, how do you do it? You fail a lot. You learn from it. But, you know, I would see myself in a lot of artists who were too shy or didn't know what to do. And I would be like, get over here, let me mother you and teach you the way.
Right. Come under my wing.
Yeah. So, you know, that's just how I became very appreciative of the people who did really see something in me that I didn't see before. And so it just pushed me to always, that's me. Like, I always want, okay, I've done this. What can I do next?
Right.
You know, I'm not like content just being with whatever is just here. I'm like, no, we need to think bigger. We need to go bigger.
Right. And that's what I love about what I like to call boss babes is I feel like we all have this like busybody mentality where I'm like, okay, that's great, but like, what else can I do? Like, you know what I mean?
What
Like,
else can I get into? What else can I learn?
Yeah, like I just feel like
And that's good though.
there's so much out there just to experience and learn about, and also giving back to the community in the process.
Yeah.
So
And so, you know, with Art Love Magic, we would host these quarterly kids art shows. And so we would, well, they still do it, but they provide, you know, like 15 artists, and the artists teach the kids their own craft. And so it provides parents with an opportunity that we didn't have as kids.
Right.
Mom. I would throw it in her face. Because, you know, you don't have the finances to see if your kid's good at drawing or if they're good at painting or music or whatever. So these kids workshops provide this environment where kids just get stimulated in every aspect of their life. And the parents are like, oh, I didn't know they could draw, or I didn't know they really like to paint, or I didn't know they could do that. And we're like, yeah, encourage that. Teach your children that. Right. And it's just like Chuck E. Cheese, but with like art. You know, so they get to try all these different things, and you'll see the kids that really love to paint will stay at that station for as long as they want.
Right.
And we'll always tell the artists, you know, you're going to know when you find a kid that really loves what you do. So encourage them and talk to them and teach them, and, you know, tell their parents, sign me up for classes. Mom, I don't want soccer. I want art.
And parents that are listening out there, yes, it is of course good for your children to be physically active, but still remember that some kids do have that creative passion and they do want to feel that creative side. So if your child's coming to you and possibly you don't know where to go, Iris is a great resource in the community. Or if you're out of the Dallas area, Iris has a huge network of people and artists that she knows. So definitely still reach out. And I'm sure no matter where you are, she can try and find somebody to put you in touch with. Here's actually one of the classes that she's done recently. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I was invited to kind of show the students that it's okay to take a break from studying and maybe just color, or, you know, do those like mandala coloring pages to kind of zone out from being so stressed out from school. And you really do get lost in the process of like coloring.
Oh, for sure.
Even when I teach painting classes, and it's been really geared more towards like mothers and older women who just need an outlet from everyday life. And so they'll come take my class, and, you know, I'm like, have y'all thought about your bills or your family drama or anything going on? They're like, no. And I'm like, well, no, there we go.
And it's not just the wine.
Exactly. Keep drinking that wine though. But, you know, it's just a good, it's good for your mind. Art also allows you to think outside the box, to think differently, to have like problem solving skills that you wouldn't really have if you're just like in this structured learning, you know, curriculum that they do at school. Mm-hmm. I think artwork and, you know, just trying different mediums of art just provide you with that. Like, oh, I can't make this, but I can transform this into that. And, you know.
And I feel like school art is also completely different because when... I love all those pictures y'all are showing. Thanks, of course. When I was growing up, I remember I used to hate art. Art, K through 5. And it was because, I won't say her name, but my teacher... literally would always give me like an S for satisfactory, and I was like, why can't I just get an E? Why, you know what I mean? Like, why is my abstract painting not good enough? Like, it's abstract. I just don't understand. You know what I mean? But in going to community events and doing art and engaging with other kids, I think it's a completely different experience because you don't feel as judged. You're not getting a grade for it. So you can literally create what you want to create and express that passion and do what you want and feel secure and build your confidence as you're doing it. Whereas occasionally in school, you kind of have those boundaries or restrictions. So again, I definitely think important for kids to get out there, get in the community, and really just kind of embrace the art culture that Dallas has to offer.
I mean, and it's really like the parents or the older siblings too that are able to take these kids to these events.
Right.
Like, that's what makes the difference, is that, you know, maybe the parents aren't into art or whatever, but do it for your kids. You know, you never know.
100%.
Yeah.
If you do it for the gram, do it for your kids.
Do it for your kids, okay? And then be like, #greatest parent ever.
Right.
Best mom ever.
And you've also mentioned working in like Art Love Magic and things of that nature. I know you've worked with quite a few of Dallas's top artists, Desmond Blair, Jeremy Biggers are a few. Desmond. And how does it feel to see them where they are now? Desmond is literally blowing up. I feel like I see him
I
almost
know.
everywhere.
He's
So I log
awesome.
into Facebook, I'm like, oh, new news article, or
I know.
oh, new
And
painting. Like,
I met him through another friend. So, you know, that's all of the like successes and wonderful things that have happened to me. It's because other people have introduced me to other people or other organizations that have opened the doors and kind of just welcomed me and, you know,
Right.
have taken me under their wing also. But it's, you know, to me, it's, you're not great by yourself.
100%.
You're great because you have a whole community of people who stand by you and support you and are there. We're not great alone. You know, we're only great because of the people that we surround ourselves with.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Even, it's so funny because even in finding this building, this all came about from me working at iHeartRadio and knowing Jagger. And it's all about how relationships and networks and how just the people that you interact with every single day, you never know how that comes back full circle and how those relationships really do inspire you and kind of put you on the path of where you need to
and
be.
like even, you know, meeting you at the art show and then
Right.
just continuing our friendship and like, hey, you know, do this for me and help me here. And, you know, just networking and working with each other. And do you have a friend who can do this? Yeah. Let me hook you up. And, you know,
You've been
that's-
amazing. And I don't know if I said this, but I will say it again. Iris did our wedding cake and it
did.
was amazing. It tasted like literally, I think God is on like your left hand and then you're on the right hand and you guys bake something together because it was literally just like heaven.
I'm gonna pour
It was
some Jesus
perfect.
juice
Like,
in here.
Seriously. And I don't know if that's wine or if it's just like anointing oil, but either way, I'll like it. Like,
eat my cake and be blessed.
right?
Okay.
And what advice would you have for somebody who wants to get into the community, but they just don't know where to start?
Well, I mean, you can always message me and I can direct you. If I can't help you, somebody can help you. Cause you know, I've found people jobs, you know,
No.
homes. But I also like
Iris is the
share.
good next. Let me find out.
If someone needs like a dog rehomed or adopted, I'm like, share this, save this dog. You know, I'm
Right.
all about like helping.
And speaking of which, because I have to talk about that story for a little bit.
Okay.
So PSA. Everybody get your dog's microchip. So Iris actually had a dog that had ran away for a little bit.
Yeah,
if
he
I
got out of the
remember.
backyard.
But,
I know.
but it's okay because it took a
was so
while.
cute.
But God is real. And 8 years later,
God spelled backwards his dog.
Right.
You know.
another hint. 8 years later, the dog returned. And how it returned was because it was microchipped. And where was it found?
Well, it was also because of the amazing people that work at that veterinary clinic. Like, if it wasn't for them being like, we're going to find your original owner. Like, you
Right.
know, they were very,
And like really trying and being adamant about it.
Yeah, my poor little baby. So, you know, he was a year old when he got out, and my daughter was 5. Everybody was devastated. We looked for him. We put up posters. Nobody ever found him. And I just figured, you know, either he got hit by a car or somebody took him. I just hope that they're taking care of him
Right.
because he's so freaking cute.
He's adorable. So cute.
And so, you know, just in my head, I just figured he passed away or whatever happened, and I got other dogs and moved on. But we would always talk about him. And like a week prior to me getting that message, we're like, oh, BB. Because my aunt was obsessed with him. And so she always asked, like, oh, I miss him. And I'm like, me too. And then a week later, I get a message. Like, hi, we're kind of like, you know, we're messaging from Ms. Leslie in veterinary clinic, and there's a dog here. We checked the info. It's outdated, but your name's very unique.
And you're
so
like, don't quote me right now.
Yeah, so we're hoping it's you. And I was like, a dog? What are you talking about? And I'm like, let me see a picture. And I was like, oh my God, my dog just came back from the dead. So.
I literally probably would have passed out. I would be in a psych ward right now.
Still,
like
we're all still in shock. Like, we'll look at him, and Valerie's like, I can't even. I'm like, I know. Don't even finish the
Right,
sentence.
like-
we don't even realize it. Like, it hasn't even like hit us yet that he's back,
And I'm
because it's
just
like
so
he
excited.
never left.
Right.
Yeah, and he's got like, I don't know. It's just so cool to like have him because he's always by my side.
Oh.
Like, he
He's
never
like, I'm
leaves
never gonna
me.
leave you again,
Oh my
Mama.
I cannot go to the bathroom without him because he will like scratch and cry at the door. Like, he has to be by me. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So it's been really cool to have him back. But, you know, it's just, again, a community effort with everybody coming together to make sure that, you know, you get what you need.
Right.
Yeah.
Community is key, y'all.
Yeah. So you can follow him on Life of BB. on Facebook, and then he has this Instagram page too.
And he's the cutest.
Yeah.
Y'all go follow him.
He's got a really cute personality. He's like a little old man.
It's so cute though.
And I dress him up, and last week he was encouraging people to go out and vote.
See?
I was like, bark, bark, woof, woof. Translation, go vote.
We won't say who we're voting for, but
oh no, we're not going to go there. Anywho, we're talking about cake.
Y'all go vote. Y'all go vote.
Yeah, go vote, guys. Just do it. Okay.
Or they'll say they can only have cake. Okay. So what are some ways that we can give back to the art community this upcoming season? Are you guys looking for any
Oh my
sponsors?
God, there's so
Are
many
y'all
things
doing
that
any
y'all can
fundraising?
do. Yes. So I wrote it down on my paper so I wouldn't forget. But we are having a skeleton, like Dia de los Muertos type skull class on Halloween. This is for 21 and up only though, because it's going to be sponsored by Austin East Ciders.
Do you hear that, guys?
So you get free beer.
Free beer.
And it's so good. Like, I'm not a big beer drinker, but their beer is so good. Like, they've got grapefruit and what's the other one that I had? Like a honey cider beer. Oh my God, they're so good. It doesn't even taste like beer. There's an apple cider beer. Oh, it's so good.
Y'all grab your friends, go down there, check it out.
So I don't know if y'all have a picture of that, but it's like a double-sided skull. So it's like half female, half male. And it's just, not everybody has kids.
Is that similar to the one that you were holding in the Telemundo photo?
Yeah, so it'll be something like that. Perfect. And, we also feed you. So we know that you leave right after work and you head over to these classes. So we know you're hungry.
Food, drinks, hand painting. Like,
right? Hello.
Come on, y'all.
Come on. But that's going to be sponsored by Austin East Ciders. And then that class, I donate one of my classes every single month. And so that's going to benefit Color Me Empowered.
Awesome.
And Color Me Empowered is my next door neighbor to my studio. Okay. And they provide scholarships so that they can continue to give children art classes that are either low income or at risk. And they help the youth. And, they kind of just keep them inspired and busy and just kind of mentor them. So that's awesome. All of it comes full circle. So you're helping yourself. You're helping your community. You're touching children's lives that you don't even know who they are, but they're being impacted by your actions.
And some of these kids, that's literally all they have. Some of them are in, socioeconomic situations to where their parents would love to put them in basketball or football or track or whatever it might be. But this is, the best that they can do or the best that they have at the moment. And so you definitely want to make sure that we're sponsoring or giving back by showing up. Donating. You can always donate supplies.
Yeah. You can donate supplies. You can go to their page and donate. They're also having an auction. So Wednesday, Halloween is a class. And then Thursday, at the Deep Ellum Lofts, there's going to be their annual art auction, which is the I Heart Art Auction.
I know. Tongue twister.
And I'm sober. So yeah, that one is on Thursday, and there's art from artists all over the DFW area.
Awesome.
And it's a 50-50 split because we do respect the artist's time, talent, and skill. Because it's not just, hey, give me this piece and I'm going to make all this money off of you. No, give the artist their respect. And I'm the first one to step in line and be like, they're getting paid.
Right.
So we ain't doing this for free. Somebody's out of pocket somewhere. But they also, that's what I love about this, is that they respect the artist and they also give back to their community. So that one will be on Thursday. I don't know if you can share all that info.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then November 9th, I'm going to be teaching another skull Day of the Dead paint class at the drawing board.
Perfect.
It's in Richardson.
So that is for you North Dallas folks that are scared to go past 635.
So it'll don't be scared. So that'll be at the drawing board. It's a brand new co-working space that opened in Richardson, and it'll be at the Ponchavelli Gallery. So Ponchavelli is also a very well-known artist. So he has Selena murals everywhere. He did the JFK mural.
Yes.
So if you don't know who Ponchavelli is, you better look him up because we're teaching with him.
And you need to get into the Dallas scene if you don't know who Ponchavelli is. But it's okay. We'll teach you.
I will show you the way. Me and Doreen are going to be on this excursion. I'm going to teach you. And then the last one that I have, because it's like event after event. So if you don't know what to do, if you want to go out with your friends, like totally message us, or even on the Candelaria and Company page.
Yeah.
We'll post all of these events so that you can, you know, have a night out with your friends and just relax and do something different, because everyone does like the same, oh, let's go grab a drink, or, you know, it's the same old.
Yeah, just do something a little bit different, add a little twist to
Flip
it.
the script.
Yeah.
So November 10th, Candelaria and Company is going to sponsor the art stations for this Kids Dig, which is going to be held at Josie Records in Farmers Branch. And this one is led by DJ Joel Salazar, who's also, I know. So your kids are going to learn like to appreciate back in the day,
You know?
the vinyl.
Don't make me bust
What
out
is
the Adidas tracksuit.
What is this? But they will have like break dancers, and little kids that take the breakdancing classes will be there. You're going to get to learn how to, you know, go back to basics and see where all this music came from.
Right.
Like, I know all these little rap songs are coming out. That's fine. But, you know, the background, the backtrack to that, that's from back in the day. Okay, you're going to appreciate it.
I did make Chris watch a documentary on who Uncle Luke is, because I was like, you need to know the history. We can't just appreciate hip hop. You have to know the history of hip hop. So, like,
oh, you're going to learn today.
Right. Like,
so he also was part of the documentary We From Dallas.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, again, it comes full circle. And, you know, bring your kids, and it's free. They're going to get to do art stations with some artists, and, you know, they can learn how to break dance. They can learn how to scratch. All these DJs, everybody donates their time.
I love it.
To help, you know, entertain your kids and also show them where it all comes from.
Absolutely amazing. And also, if you're an artist, a DJ, and you want to get involved, definitely contact Iris as well. It's not just for the kids. If you guys want to, you know, just kind of give back to your community, or find a place where you can showcase your talent, get involved in doing live commission pieces, things of that nature, definitely reach out to her, and she's always happy to connect.
Yeah, so like, even if I don't know any current, like, or if I'm not hosting them, I will share it, like anybody else's artist call. Or, oh yeah, there another event that I forgot to talk about was at Coco Andre. We're having a Day of the Dead festival at her shop. So we'll have, I know Electric Kitchen's going to be there. Another awesome place to get your delicious food.
Yep.
But they're going to, you know, feature a bunch of artists and local vendors and musicians, and that one's free. It's open to the public. They have all their chocolate also, which is amazing. I love their chocolate.
The best chocolate. Yeah, the best chocolate.
The best.
Shout out
and
to
they're the
Coco
only
Andre.
ones who like do bean to bar.
Yes.
So I'm going to brag about that, because they actually go to Mexico personally and source their chocolate and bring it back.
So huge. So huge.
They're the only ones, so, you know.
Shout out to Coco Andre once again.
Get it, Coco Andre. Call and ask for Cindy and tell her to give you the Iris special, which is nothing, but hey, I know Iris.
Right.
And that one will be Friday, November 2nd. So it's next Friday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And these will also all be added to our Hanging with the Heakes event calendar. So you can always go to www.hangingwiththeheakes.com. Look at our events that are coming up. You'll see Iris events as well as others. But of course, definitely go to Iris, because we love her and I have a little bit of bias.
Me too. Hanging with the Heakes.
That's our new
I know,
song.
we're working on theme songs.
So we'll see. Caitlin, Valerie, just know you will be included.
Oh yeah,
so.
y'all were already like pictured. And
Mom already signed you up. So, but I do want to thank you so much for joining us today. We have had an absolute blast.
Already passed?
I know,
Like,
isn't it
what?
crazy? Isn't that
No,
crazy?
we need to come back. We need to keep doing this.
We definitely will.
Yeah.
You will see more of Iris and Doreen in the future. For those of you guys who, again, are joining us for the first time, you can share this. Tell your friends to tune in. We will be here next Sunday with Michelle Lamont. And again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And thank you, like, because you're allowing me to, you know, talk and bring all these community events to people who wouldn't know otherwise. So.
Definitely. So you guys
If
make
you
sure
don't
you go out
know,
and support.
now you know.
You do. Bye.